Oh, there we go. 10. Yes. Beautiful. Hi, Zoom universe. Okay, we're doing the thing. Here's to doing the big scary thing, which really isn't that even that big and scary. But welcome to class tonight, everybody. Zoom universe, people who may watch this in the future, friends that are joining me to now today. My name is Colin Shore, and this is my first ever virtual yoga class that I'm hosting. And excuse the roughs and the bumps because we're learning and grinding, but it's the gradual process and taking those little incremental steps that will lead you to where you want to go. And for me, yoga is one of those practices that helps me return home to my body and my highest self, I believe. And so the theme for today's class is going to be return. The process of yoga is to unite body, mind, and spirit. And so I will help guide you through some movements today that'll help hopefully return you back into your body, mind, and spirit. We're going to open up the collective and shared space today with the collective Om. If you haven't done this before, it sounds like an ah, oh, mm. I invite you to keep your cameras muted and to exhale everything out. Ah, we'll inhale together. Welcome. The breath that we are going to focus on for today's class is called Ujjayi breath. It's also called breath of fire or victory breath. And the best way to describe this is imagine if you have a mirror holding up and you're going like, and you're trying to fog up the mirror, but you're doing it with your mouth closed. Go ahead and practice that really quick. Another way to think about it is imagine you're saying the hard H sound, like ha, but also with your mouth closed. This is both through the inhale and through the exhale. You'll feel it kind of in the back of your throat, and this helps you bring yourself back to presence. Go ahead and give it a practice right now. Beautiful. I invite you to come back to this breath throughout the practice. Try to maintain breath to movement, and anytime you notice your thought or self getting distracted, I invite you to simply begin again. The process of yoga, the process of meditation is not clear cut trajectory, and sometimes you notice yourself kind of being over here before you bring yourself back up to center. And bringing yourself back to breath is a phenomenal way to do that with the Ujjayi breath. Awesome. So I invite you guys to meet me at the top of your mat in Tadasana, is where we'll start today's class at. I want you to go ahead and place your awareness into your toes and the back of your feet. And just notice how you're standing today. Is more of your pressure on the front of your feet? Is it towards the back of your feet? Is it more so on one side than the other? Just compassionately noticing where you're at. We're going to start with a body scan. And so imagine if there's like an x-ray at the very top, and as it moves down, you're just simply noticing and noting what's present in your body, how you feel. And so we'll start with that scan up above our heads and slowly move it down to our crown, feeling the source of connection with the universe and slowly moving that awareness down to the tips of our ears, maybe giving them a wiggle to our nose, scrunching it up, down to our face, our chin, maybe turning the corners of your mouth slightly up with a little smile as we move our awareness down into our neck, down to our shoulders, maybe giving them a roll forwards and a roll backwards. And we'll continue that mindful awareness, spreading down our arms, down to our forearms, our wrists, our fingers, giving each finger a wiggle, knowing that they're still connected, they're still there. Moving that loving awareness into our chests, into our front body, down our core, to our pelvis, maybe tucking our tailbone, pushing the hips forward, maybe letting them go back, moving our hips in a circle one way and in another way, releasing any tension, moving that mindful awareness down to our thighs, releasing any tension if you're squeezing or constricting, down to our knees, our calves, our ankles, into our toes, and give them a little wiggle. Let them know that you're there. Maybe crinkle the hands, the feet a little bit. Beautiful. And now from here, we're going to inhale our arms up with a sun breath, bringing our energy up. And exhaling and twinkling our fingers down, touching our energetic bodies, letting us know our energy's there, it's present with loving awareness. We'll inhale those arms back up and exhaling back down. Beautiful. We'll inhale those arms up one more time, but this time we'll clasp them with Kali Mudra, kind of like finger guns above our head. And then we'll exhale down to the right side. Inhaling back to center and exhaling down to the left side, body stretch. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling back down to the right again. Breathing into that side body stretch and breathing, inhaling up, stretching up forwards, up to the sky, and exhaling back down to the left. We're going to do this one more time, but this time we're not going to bend as far to our right. We're just going to lean our chest back and try and open up our heart and chest up towards the sky a little bit. Beautiful. Bring it back to the center and back down to the other side. Awesome. We will exhale our arms back down, and we're going to start with something called a Egoscue, stands for postural correction, because a 2 millimeter difference is between you and Superman or Superwoman. It's all about how we hold ourselves and how we show up in ourselves. Are we showing up like this? Or are we showing up like this? Our passionate or full, our energetic selves. And so we'll start by aligning our feet about 45-degree angle, about fist width apart, in between the hand, in between your feet. We're going to give each other a thumbs up because you showed up. Great job. We're going to bring them out to our sides, point them towards the forwards, and we're going to do 20 arm rotations, pinching our shoulder blades back behind us and breathing into this motion, doing 20 arm circles. Coming back to that Ujjayi breath, fogging up a mirror, making an H sound in the back of your throat with your mouth closed. Beautiful. Flip the hands, turn your thumbs the opposite way and reverse the motion. 20 more rotations, pinching those arm and shoulder blades back behind you. Breathing, Ujjayi. Beautiful. Wiggle those shoulders out. If you haven't done this motion before, you might get sore. We're eventually going to work our way up to 45, but we'll start with 20 and kind of wiggle it out, shake it out. Beautiful. Next movement for a Egoscue is we're going to put our knuckles up to our forehead. We're going to inhale our chest up, raising those elbows up, opening up the chest, pinching the shoulder blades behind us, and exhaling, bringing our shoulder blades and elbows touching or maybe touching, not touching in front of you, depends on your body. And then inhaling, opening back up. We're going to do 15 of these on your own following the breath. You want an extra challenge, try and bring those elbows an extra inch up higher, really opening up the chest, feeling that full expression as you inhale and exhale, bringing those elbows touching in front of you. Two more. Last one, give it everything you got. Beautiful. Shake it out, wiggle it out. You guys are doing great. Give yourself a good wiggle. Beautiful. Now, there's a few other variations and modifications, and over the coming days and weeks ahead, we'll move into those different movements of Egoscue. But the next one is by far the most important one to always include this in your practice. If you do one exercise to increase the quality of your workout or your next yoga practice, it's this one. For this time, we're going to bring our feet together, toes touching. We're going to bring our hands behind our back, kind of opening up the shoulder blades. We're not pushing on our neck or on our head. It's simply there for resting, opening our shoulder blades back behind us. But the key to this one is you're going to flex everything in your thighs, really flexing those thigh muscles. This is going to create a lot of fire in your body. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Come into your breath, your Ujjayi breath. Give it everything you got. The more you put into this, the more you always get out of it. Opening up that chest, squeezing those thighs together, and breathe. You might start to shake. You might start to sweat. That's perfectly okay. Stay with the breath. Good job for showing up. Keep squeezing. Keep squeezing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Shake it out. Maybe give yourself a walk around. Open up the hips a little bit. You guys did great. You do that one exercise every day. I promise that sucker will change your life with just the way your posture and how you show up and boosting your confidence and how you show up in this world. Beautiful. And now we are going to inhale those arms back up to the sky and exhale down to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, hands go to your shins, flatten the back, elongate the neck. Beautiful. And we're going to exhale down to forward fold. And we're going to be in a ragdoll shape now. You can grab opposite elbows, and we're going to hang here for a few seconds for a few breath cycles. You're leaning to one side, maybe to the other. You should feel this in the back of your hamstrings, your lower back. I invite you to bend one knee and one leg, and then bend the other, breathing into wherever you feel the stretch in your body. Beautiful. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale all the way back up, rolling the spine back up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up into center. Bringing our hands down to heart center and noticing now back on your feet, feeling all four corners. Now, where do you notice your weight? Is it in the same location or perhaps is it a little bit more centered? Just something to take note of. Beautiful. Exhale down to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale all the way down to the ground. Meet me down on all fours. Beautiful. And once you are down on all fours, we're going to start off with some cat-cow and inhaling the back, arching the back, rolling the spine open, opening up the heart, and exhaling, rolling, starting with the head, rolling the back down, arching the back. Beautiful. Inhale to cow and exhale to cat. Rolling the back. Beautiful. Come back to center. We're going to do a quick wrist warm up. So we're going to stay on our toes on our back, and we're going to lean forwards and back. Give this a few rotations. The key to this is to really grip it into the fingertips and into the palms, so that way you keep the weight out of the wrists. Leaning forwards and back. We'll go 3 rotations in one direction. And then 3 in the opposite direction. Really feeling the full range of motion in your wrist and how the weight changes in your fingertips as your body weight moves around you. Beautiful. Sit back, shake out the wrists a little bit. This time we're going to inwardly place our hands so that way they're pointing and facing each other. And we're also going to lean forward and back a little bit. Warming up the wrists. Beautiful. We're going to externally rotate the hands. That way, bring them around. So that way they're pointing our knees and our bodies. This one will be a little bit tighter. So really feel the stretch in your forearms here. Lean back till you start to feel that stretch, and then slowly bend one arm and then the other. Breathing into where you feel the stretch in your forearms and in your wrists. Going at your pace. Beautiful. Sit back on the toes, shake out the hands a little bit. Meet me back down and on all fours. We're going to start with the sunbird. So we'll raise our right hand up and our left leg back. We're going to reach and extend forward with our right hand while simultaneously driving our heel back behind us. Beautiful. And we'll exhale, bring it into the center. And inhale, back up, stretching out, stretching forwards, leaning back, feeling that line of energy, and bring it into the center. One more time, back out and stretching, and back in. Beautiful. Go ahead, wiggle the hips a little bit. We're going to even out. We'll raise our left arm up and our right leg back. Extending forwards, driving backwards, feeling your head really push towards the wall in front of you, driving that back, feeling that line of energy. Beautiful. And then we'll bring it into the center, exhaling back out, into the center, and exhaling back out. One more time, back to the center and back out. Beautiful. Back down to all fours. We're going to move our belly like it's a cement truck, moving around in circles. And so all the way down, up and around, waking up the spine. All the way around. Beautiful. 2 on one side, and reverse it and get 2 on the other side. Awesome, awesome. Now on all fours, we're going to take our right hand up. We're going to draw the bow as if we're drawing the bow all the way up, opening up our heart, our chest, the sky, and exhaling, bringing the right arm, threading the needle through, and getting a nice little shoulder stretch on the right side. Inhaling back to center. Do the same thing on the left, bringing the left hand, drawing it up towards the sky, opening up the heart. And exhaling, bringing it back down through the chest, threading the needle. Beautiful. Bring it back up to center. Come back to the cat-cow. Beautiful. And now we're going to move into a plank position. and we're going to walk our hands or feet up to the back of the mat and meet me back in standing. Forward fold, inhale to halfway lift. Exhale again, a forward fold. This time reverse swan dive up, all the way back up. Bring those hands down to heart center. Coming back to your breath. We'll take 2 breath cycles here. Feeling the blood in the body start to move. Beautiful. We'll raise those arms up. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. And we'll walk the hands forward and meet in our first down dog of the practice. Really clawing into the fingertips here. Bringing back that mindful awareness when we were stretching out our wrists. Clawing into the fingertips and those pads and those upper thighs. Maybe giving your dog a walk from side to side. Taking a few breaths here. Maybe you dip your hips down to one side, down to the other. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Beautiful. And then on your next inhale, we'll kick our right leg up to 3-legged dog. And then we'll bring it to the center of our chest. We'll squeeze it to our center of our chest for 3, 2, 1, and step it through in between the hands. We'll inhale to high lunge and exhale to warrior 2, flipping that back foot so our feet are perpendicular on the mat. Feeling that motion in your hips where you're at. Maybe give yourself a good wiggle, moving your hips around, feeling and noticing how your body feels on this side. We'll exhale, lean forward. We'll flip that front hand, reverse our warrior, and paint the sky. Beautiful. Exhale and cartwheel your hands back down to the mat. Frame that front foot, and with your right hand, we'll bring it all the way up like we did. And then flick each finger, getting any stale energy out of your fingertips. Beautiful, beautiful. Shake it out. Awesome. We'll plant that hand back down, framing the front foot. Kick that sucker back and behind us. We'll go to 3-legged plank. For my experienced yogis, this is a vinyasa. If you are new to this practice, from our plank position, we will lower ourselves 90 degrees, hugging our elbows in towards the chest. Flip their hands down and move upwards to up dog. And exhale back to down dog. Beautiful. Same sequence on the left side. So 3-legged dog, kick that left leg up, and we'll bring it through to the center, squeezing into your center chest line and holding for 3, for 2, for 1, stepping through. Beautiful. Inhale to high lunge. And exhale to warrior 2, flipping that back foot and noticing how it feels on the opposite side with loving awareness. Are you tighter? Are you looser? Kind of breathing into your hips a little bit, moving it around. Beautiful. I like to imagine an imaginary line going from fingertip to fingertip, like this thread of energy that's connecting me, that's going all the way around the universe. Connected to everything all at once. Feel that line, that energy going from fingertip all the way around the world, all the way back into your center of your chest. Beautiful. And then we'll exhale, lean forwards, turn the hand, paint the sky, and reverse your warrior. Beautiful. Exhale to waterfall the hands down, framing that front foot. And then with our left hand, we'll open up towards the sky, flicking any stale energy out of this hand. Beautiful. Planting that foot back down, kicking it back out to 3-legged dog, and another vinyasa, moving to plank position, down to a chaturanga, arms 90 degrees, flipping upwards to up dog, and exhaling back to down dog. Beautiful. On an exhale, you will step, hop, or walk the feet up to the hands. Beautiful. And inhale to halfway lift. Flatten the back, knee or hands to your shins, elongate the neck, and exhale to forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up, bringing those hands to our chest, and coming into a prayer position, and taking a few breaths here. Maybe you're sweating like me, maybe you're not. Feeling the blood start to rush through your body. You guys are doing great. Come back to that intention. Beautiful. Repeat that same sequence. We'll inhale the arms up to high and exhale down to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale the hands down, walk it out, move into down dog. Beautiful. Pedal it out. Dig into those fingertips. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Take one more deep breath in. And audible exhale out, letting something go. Maybe smiling a little bit. Beautiful. We'll exhale that right leg back up to the sky. On an exhale, we'll bring it up to the outside of our right elbow, and we'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Fly it back up to three-legged dog. Bring it across the chest to our opposite elbow on the left side and hold for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Fly it back out. And again, we'll bring it to our center, squeezing our knee to our chest. Bring it up an extra inch and hold for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Fly it back. We're going to stack the knee, open up that hip, get a side body stretch. Beautiful. Exhale to three-legged dog. We'll bring it back to our center, squeezing into the front chest line, stepping through the hands. We'll inhale the halfway lift. And exhale again to warrior 2. Notice again how you might feel a little bit different. Are you a little open more so? And wiggle those hips around, get a good movement in. We'll exhale the hand forward, flip the hand, peaceful warrior, stretch it back. Exhale, cartwheel those hands back down, framing that front foot with your right hand, opening back up towards the sky. And framing it back down. Beautiful. We'll fly that leg back out behind us. We'll move up to a plank, chaturanga to up dog, vinyasa, and meet me back down in down dog. Beautiful. Same thing on the left side. Inhaling our left leg up. And we'll bring it to the outside of our left arm towards our elbow and hold for 3, for 2, for 1. We'll fly it back behind us. Exhaling into our opposite elbow and holding across the body for 3, 2, 1. And fly it back out. And bring it back into your center body and hold for 3. Squeeze it in a little bit higher for 2, 1. Beautiful. Step it through. Inhale to high lunge. And exhale to warrior 2. Awesome job, guys. Imagining that line connecting you and the whole world, meeting in the center of your chest. We'll exhale, leaning forward, flip the hand, paint the sky, reverse our warrior, and cartwheel the arms back down, framing that front foot with our left hand, opening up to the sky, opening our heart and chest. Beautiful. Framing that front foot back down, kicking back out to down dog, chaturanga, vinyasa, and your sequence, and meet me back in down dog. Great work, great work. We got one more sequence. We'll fly that right leg back up to the sky. Beautiful. We'll inhale it to our center, step it through, and we'll lower the back leg into a low lunge. And we'll collect ourselves here for a second. Getting into alignment, making sure that you can see your right big toe by your knee, leaning forward. We'll lean into the stretch, opening up our thighs. Beautiful. Lean back, and we'll pulse this for 2, for 1. Beautiful. We'll put our left hand down on the ground. We'll reach back and grab our left leg. Grab the pinky toe side of your leg, the outside, pushing back towards behind you, and then pulling in towards you to where you feel the stretch. And breathe into this. Come back to that Ujjayi breath, fogging up the mirror. Beautiful. Slowly release. Frame that front foot again. We're going to kick our leg up behind us, and then we'll bring it back, but we're placing our right foot on the outside of our right hand for spider lunge. And we're going to breathe into the stretch. Sometimes you can be on the knife edge of the right foot, kind of moving around, feeling what feels good, opening up that right hip flexor. Beautiful. Bring it back down. We'll fly that foot back out. And we'll place those knees down. Extend the knees to the outside of the mat. And we'll hit a nice child's pose as a resting pose. Breathing into this, extending the arms forward, elongating the back. Beautiful. Come back up to tabletop position. We'll move into plank, into down dog. And on our left side, we'll fly that three-legged dog on our left foot up. And we'll bring it through to our center, to our chest, stepping it through. Beautiful. We're going to drop that right knee to a low lunge. And we're going to stretch and pulse into this low lunge position, opening up our hip flexors. Beautiful. We're going to plant our right foot by our left hand, by our left foot. We're going to reach around, grabbing the outside part of our right foot, grabbing our pinky toe side, stretching it back, and pulling it in. Oh man, this stretch feels so good. I don't know about you guys, but I love this one. Yes. Relish it. Feel that juicy feeling of the stretch. Awesome. Exhaling that back down. Frame that front foot. We'll fly our left leg up behind us. And we'll bring it back to our center, placing it on the outside of your left hand this time. And really giving it a good stretch and feeling it around and opening up on the left hip flexor side. Maybe you come to the knife edge. Maybe you don't. Beautiful. We'll fly that left leg back behind us. We'll meet me into a plank, chaturanga, vinyasa, and meet me back in down dog. Beautiful. Take 2 breaths here. Wash out. Really clawing into the fingertips. Beautiful. And we will plant the knees down. We'll cross our feet, come back onto our bums. Beautiful. Meet me in a seated position. Hey. And we'll move into boat pose. So squeeze in the midline. We'll lift our legs up, kind of squeezing the inner thigh here. And we'll exhale down to a low boat pose. And inhale back to high boat. Do this 2 more times. Exhaling down to low boat, flattening the back, having the back against the floor, but our shoulder blades lifted. And inhale to high boat. Beautiful. We'll place our feet down. We're going to lean our backs down, and then we're going to lift our hips up for a supported bridge pose. And hold and breathing into this. Beautiful. Lowering our back down to the ground. We're going to kick our right leg up. And we're going to cross it over our bodies. And then through, we're going to grab our left either shin or back of the thigh, and we're going to get a nice stretch in and pull it in towards the body. Make sure you flex both toes to protect the knees, and breathing into where you feel the stretch here. Awesome. We'll release it down. You can wash out the hips, bring them from side to side, knees from side to side. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the left leg up across the body. We'll reach forward, grab our thigh or shin, wherever feels good for you, and we'll pull it back and feel that stretch here. Beautiful. We'll place that right leg down. Keeping that left leg there, we're going to bring it across the body for a laying supine twist. Keep your both shoulder blades on the ground and feeling that stretch on your side body. Beautiful. Bring it back up to center. Wash those feet out. And now we're going to bring our knees into our chest, squeezing everything in. And we're going to exhale it out, relaxing the body into our final pose, Shavasana. Extending the legs down, kind of letting the hips roll out. Final resting pose. Congratulations. We made it to the end. Letting any weight drop, releasing any tension that you may still be holding. Feeling the support of Mother Earth beneath you. She's got you. She's got us. She's got all of us. So give her the weight. She can carry it. Letting everything go. Coming back into your body, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, giving yourself a good stretch. Roll over to one side of the body into a fetal position and pushing your way up into a seated position. Turning the corners of the mouth slightly upwards. Giving a deep breath, bringing the hands to a prayer position over our third eye for we see the truth. Bring it over to our mouths for we speak the truth, and down to our chests for we feel the truth. And the truth is in the movement, the truth is in the breath. I thank you so deeply for showing up for this kind of impromptu class. The divine light in me sees and recognizes the divine light in you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. Namaste.
Very well done, my friend. Very, very well done. I mentioned I was wanting to do some of this project stuff in my garage, but once I started, I just couldn't stop. I